Hey guys, this is Logan with Goo Gaming, and we got Dylan Fox here. And what deck did you play?
Okay, Tenyi SwordSoul.
What place did you get?
I got third after Swiss and lost in top.
All right, let's see the deck.
Ecclesias, Loriers, Taies, Long Wands. So those are like the actual SwordSoul-y monsters. I banished this off Desires a couple times. All of them off Desires. I felt kind of bad, but otherwise it was fine. This card's like really, really weird because it's a spellcaster. That came up a lot. Today was my first day also playing with these cards, so I did a lot of learning. 3 with Shuda, 3 with Shuna, 2 with Hara, and the Water Guy. I played like the Heavenly Circle card, so that was pretty relevant. These cards are so good at playing around a lot of the cards people are using to beat SwordSoul decks, which I think is really, really nice. Being able to start a turn using these before you like do anything is, I don't know, really satisfying. Going second, they also help you like play through everything. Protoss, this is an Egyptian god card. Ash, Valor for the like monster hand traps. And that's all the monsters. I think it was 27 or something. Spells, 3 emergence, 3 desires, a couple of these circles, and a summit. Yeah, I kind of wanted to play 3 of this. Card's really, really, really good. But I also don't think I want to open multiple of it. So.
How did you like Summit? I've seen a lot of people cut it.
There were a lot of like weird lines of play where I would just use it for damage, searching it off of Yugioh, but I could see myself absolutely not playing it. I notice a lot of times I get to where like I have a follow-up, or I have like a follow-up plus if I draw like half my deck, I have a second follow-up like with the rest of my hand, and this card gives me another card to draw that like goes with all of that, I guess. But also like you can like rip it and reborn a Taie or reborn a Yugioh and keep the ball rolling. But yeah, I can see myself cutting it. Kind of depends. Traps, double blackout, IO, and 3 imperms. I didn't realize everyone was going to play SwordSoul today. I kind of expected a lot more like back rowy decks that we run into at our shop. So the blackout was at 2 for that. The IO I just put in as like the 40. It's 42. This was the 41st card because of the European YC.
Do you think that card should be banned?
I don't like when they ban cards. I like just having to experience Yu-Gi-Oh, man. I think the crazy cards that exist and like better habits, I don't know. I enjoy that. Extra deck for the Tenyis, I got 3 monks, a shaman, and a Draco Berserker. This card is really good. This card is really, really good. Its effect, I kept reading it before I like played the SwordSoul cards, and it just didn't really seem like as crazy as it was. But dude, there's so many times where you just like start getting in there with monks and shamans. You can reborn about anything and get the ball to roll again. I think it's another big thing that like the summit card like gets the ball rolling again.
It's definitely a follow-up.
Yeah. SwordSouls or Yugiohs and Qingying. This card is really sweet. Yangzing guys. I summoned double Boxia once. This didn't come up. I wish it did. And Yazi came up, but I made a mistake. So like I completely ruined the ability to use Yazi. For the rest of the extra deck, Baron, Crimson Blader, Omega. I used this to rip a card out of my opponent's hand before I went for game. This card was really, really good. Every time I like killed something with it, I won that game. And Baron is Baron. The Crimson Blader, I think, was like actually bananas. Like that card in Dimensional Barrier. Yeah.
So you didn't play Rudy Rose. Is there a reason for that, or?
I didn't have access to one immediately, and I was just playing the Omega. Honestly, I was debating between Crimson Blader, Omega, and Rudy Rose. Like 2 slots, I got 3 cards I want to pick. Crimson Blader, like the fact that it just wins the game going second. Like early to get back into the game going second, like you lock them out for a turn. And if you can take a turn away from your opponent, a lot of times, like if you get more cards and have a better follow up. And then the Omega, we usually have a lot of Maximus decks around here, and I just wouldn't want to be prepared for things like that. But also just to have like a tricky card. And again, today was my first day playing SwordSoul, so I had a lot of like, I found all myself wanting some things and like not actually using a lot of the cards in my extra deck. So tons of adjustments are gonna be made. Rudy Rose came up one time where it would have been like an Egyptian god card if I had it in my deck, but I just had to do some convoluted like get there eventually.
Right.
Decision making. For the side, I just 3 shifter, 3 Cyclone, 3 Ruler, 3 Barrier, and 3 Anti-Spell.
Did
Really
you like-
boring side deck.
Did you like Shifter?
I didn't draw it, but I was going to put Lances in my side deck, and instead I thought, okay, I'd rather open a Shifter against most of these decks anyway, so I'll just, if I'm banking on opening the card for it to be great, then I'll just play Shifter. Cosmic for like Scythe, and I didn't think I needed any other crazy spell trap removal, especially playing the second Blackout. I felt really comfortable just like being able to get rid of my opponent's cards. Ruler was, I actually never resolved it. I was able to break a whole bunch of boards with Tenyi, so honestly, like I can see where while I didn't use Ruler today, I had a lot of opportunities come up where if I had Ruler, it'd been really like validating because I can like actually remove their field. I can actually put up like some sort of follow up that they have to either like have a response immediately for to stop it, like before Protoss, or I can just do any other like SwordSoul Synchro plus a trap card lineup, and that's usually enough. If you can break their board and have that much follow up. Dimensional Barrier is like an Egyptian God card. I've not activated this card and it felt so powerful since 2017. Like, but I feel like every time I flip that card, it just that game was winnable all of a sudden. And also like Nails in the Coffin a lot. Like back to we play like the Protoss, we have like an FTK, we have Dimensional Barrier, we have like almost an FTK. Lots of cards that just stop the opponent's turn. And I think where those cards were so good for me, I'm definitely gonna like think about that and when like deck building in the future. And taking into consideration that my opponent probably also is gonna play like the broken stop you cards. So yeah, a lot to think about. Anti-spell was okay. I think the one time I drew it, my opponent didn't have a spell card. So, you know, outside Imperial Order with it, so like it was redundant, but I'm sure I could find something at this point. But
All right, make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and do you have any shout-outs?
Shout out to Andrew Gray for letting me borrow the SwordSoul cards. Shout out to literally everybody, bro. Honestly, shout out to Devin. Shout out to Kayla. Shout out to who else do I specifically want to give a shout out to? Yeah, man. I will say I lost every single die roll today, and the Tenyi cards made it like it didn't even bother me that I lost all my die rolls. So they're bananas.
Yeah, this deck's definitely appealing, so thanks, comment, like, subscribe, and stay tuned for more videos. Peace.